Yeah, a lot to get to. Boy, that win last night was something. I'm going to quickly give you my impression of Cavs fans last night while they were watching the game. What? In a good way.
What team is this?
In a good way. Because that was also my impression of Cavs fans watching Game 1 in a bad way.
Yes.
They pulled it off. They win by 24 points. And now here's the big question moving forward. The Cavs are technically in the driver's seat, even though they're still not favored by Vegas to win the series. If they win at home, they're going to the Eastern Conference Finals. I have to repeat that because I can't even believe that. If they win their home games, they're going to the Eastern Conference Finals. The question is, do you think they have a legitimate shot now, Bull, to win the Eastern Conference semifinals?
How are you defining a legitimate shot? Percentage chance?
Better chance that they win it than not.
No, I don't think it's better than 50% chance they win this series. I hope it's better than a 50% chance, but no. Yesterday, I thought they had zero chance, and obviously I don't feel that way anymore. I was stunned by how well they played. I never expected them to play that well at home against the Celtics, let alone on the road. I was so impressed and so happy, and it was a ton of fun, and I'm hoping that they can repeat it and play great again. And you're right, if they, at this point, all they have to do, I say all like it's not that much, it is. All they have to do is win their home games. But no, I don't think there's a better than 50% chance. I don't think they have a great chance of winning the series.
G?
I hope I'm wrong.
You know, I'm the leader of the Kool-Aid Mafia, and we really ain't put the sugar in the Kool-Aid yet, right? It's still a little bitter.
It's terrible. Kool-Aid's terrible without sugar.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Like, it gets you to believe it's really good when you look at it, but when you taste it, it ain't got no sugar, it's a problem. The Cavs need to win Game 3, and then I'll drink the Kool-Aid because it got a little sugar in it. Listen, they came out, and I think they surprised a lot of people. I think the game plan was surprisingly good. I thought the rotations were surprisingly good by JB. That's what he struggled at. I thought you got some contributions from Karis LeVert that I think really propelled you. One of the guys who's not really necessarily all-star, 21 points. Also, you look at Tristan Thompson. He turned back the hands of time, and came in and gave him some really big, strong minutes. And then, of course, you have Donovan Mitchell, who's been carrying the load for this team the whole year. I think they got about a 35% chance of winning this series. I think that number goes up dramatically if they can win Game 3 at home. They still need to win Game 4. If they win Game 3, I'll move it up to a 50-50 proposition.
Yeah, I'm not to 50% yet. I'm probably in the 30 to 35% range. I remember, because it was only 2 weeks ago, what happened when Miami beat Boston, not even 2 weeks ago, and everybody thought, Miami's going to do it again. And Boston said, no, you're not. And they quickly knocked Miami right back into the golf course. So for me, what will I need to see? I need to see wins in Games 3 and 4. If they do that, they're going to the Eastern Conference Finals. Short of that, I don't see how they get it done. Here's the fact of the matter is that in 41 games at the Garden this year, the Celtics lost 4 in 41 games. The Cavs have to beat them 4 times in 7. Now, I know that they get 2 at home, 3 at home if it goes that far. But I still don't see how it happens. I'm with you. I ain't drinking the Kool-Aid until the sugar's in the bowl. And once the sugar goes in, I'll take a sip. Other than that, no. Now, as we move forward and we look at what's going to happen for Game 3, obviously, I thought what the Cavs did was they withstood the Celtics' first punch. A lot of times when you're on the road and you find yourself down 4 minutes in, and you're using a timeout, that ain't going to end well.
Nope. Especially coming off the first game lost, the way they got humiliated.
Sure.
Yeah.
But the crowd was amped, and the Cavs did something that's very difficult to do in the NBA playoffs. They withstood that first punch, and then they counterpunched and never took another blow. They came back, they took a lead, they stretched the lead, they maintained the lead, they stretched the lead again. If all the starters would have gone the whole game, they could have won by 35 points. So that's really difficult to do. What the Cavs have to do in Game 3 is come home and use the energy of the crowd for the whole 48, not just for the first 5 minutes, because Boston can snatch that away from the crowd too. So use the same formula. Get ahead, use the crowd, stay ahead, go up 2-1.
And the average fan is going to be more optimistic because you want to be. Even though we're all saying, we don't think there's a 50% chance of them winning this series, if we're at the game as a fan, you're going to feel in that moment, well, that doesn't matter. Whatever percentage I think they're going to win, it doesn't matter.
You're right.
The facts are it's 1-1. And if we win this game, we're closer to winning this series. So as a fan, there's a huge difference in this game Saturday night with the fact that this series is 1-1 versus 2-0. Because if it was 2-0 Boston, I don't think the energy would be there. Certainly not going into the game at 1. But at 1-1, it feels realistic. It doesn't feel impossible that the Cavs.
It's a lot more tangible.
Now, in going into this game, you feel like it's a 50-50 proposition that they can win this game. If you're down 0-2, I don't pick the Cavs are going to win both games at home. Right now, guys are going to be super excited to be back in front of the fans. And we forget, the Cavs, I think Richard Jefferson did a really good job of explaining it. The Cavs have a really nice home court advantage. He said it was one of the loudest buildings he played in during that run with LeBron. So, the Cavs aren't really supposed to be in this dogfight, so to speak. And I think the crowd will propel them. And if I had to go on record, I think the Cavs will win Game 3. Way too early, but I think they'll win Game 3.
They're still a significant underdog, even at home at 7.5 right now.
Yeah.
They were 13.5 last night. What was that stat, Mike, about teams that are 13.5-point dogs?
No, the Celtics. This is the first time. It's the first time an NBA playoff team ever won a game by 24 when they were a double-digit dog, right?
Yeah, it was the largest margin of victory for any team that entered the game as a double-digit underdog. So
which is crazy. In the history of the
turnaround.
NBA, that's amazing.
By the way, you mentioned Richard Jefferson. I thought he did a great job.
He's great.
I think he's
solid.
really
So
good.
did Ryan Rucco on play-by-play.
Rucco's excellent.
He did a really nice job. That's
He
a
and
good
Jefferson
team.
do a good work. What's her name? On the sidelines is good. Cassidy.
Leslie Hubbard does a really good
It's a
job.
nice team they got
It's a good
there.
broadcast.
Good, very good. I like
We're going to move on in one sec, Jay, but let's put our money where our mouth is. Picks for Game 3 at home, 8:30, ABC. Crazy home crowd. You picking the Celtics? You picking the Cavaliers?
Again, I say what I think, not what I want. I think the Celtics bounce back.
I know. I want to say the Cavs too, but I'm going to take.
I just can't get there.
I know.
I think the Cavs win Game 3. The biggest one, the uphill battle, is Game 4. If the Cavs do go up 2-1, Boston's going to come in like a wounded animal.
Well, because they can't go down 3-1.
That
won't end well.
To scrap and fight for everything they get. So I think Game 3 is the game to get, and Game 4 is going to be a dogfight if they do get Game 4.
Celtics out-hustled the Cavs in Game 1. The Cavs out-hustled the Celtics in Game 2.
Yes,
It'll be fascinating to see in Game 3 who's the.
We were talking
hustling
about
team.
prospective changes if the Cavs lose in the first round and maybe even in the second round.
Yeah.
If the Celtics do this again, and by that I mean make it to the Eastern Conference Finals for the second straight year, losing to an underdog, there's going to be big changes coming. Big changes.
Doubt.